Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Midge in the Making. Today I'm going to be making 2 large pizzas, which also you can make into 4 medium pizzas if you would like. You're going to need all-purpose flour, sugar, olive oil, dry malt powder, yeast, salt, and water. Okay, to 2 cups of warm water, about 110 degrees Fahrenheit, you're going to add your malt, your yeast, and your sugar. Stir this up. Okay, we're going to do something called blooming. I'm sure a lot of you have already heard of this. Blooming is when you allow the yeast to activate. This takes about 10 minutes. And you're going to see it foam and froth up. I'll come back when we're done. And I'm ready to show that part to you. In my stand mixer, I have 5 cups of flour. And now I'm going to show you what the bloomed yeast looks like. This has been about 10 minutes. We're going to add the salt. Into the mixer, and we're going to give this a good mix. Just mix it around to incorporate the salt into the flour. That should do it. Okay, now we're going to add our mixture of our yeast malt powder. The malt powder is also optional. It's just something that commercial bakers use, and it helps feed the yeast and gives you a better rise on your dough. Okay, I'm going to get me something to get the rest of that out of there. Okay, we've added the malt, the yeast, the water, the sugar that has bloomed into the flour and salt mixture, and we're going to add our olive oil. Once you get everything in here, you're going to let this mix on a medium for about 7 minutes until it forms a ball. I'll come back. Okay, I came back in to show you. Today's a rainy and humid day, so we're, obviously going to have moisture in the air, and that does affect ball dough for bread, pizza, anything you're making that is basically dough. So I'm going to have to add a little more flour. Probably I'll start with about 1/2 cup and go from there. Okay, this is what we have so far. It's starting to form a ball. I've added about 1.5 cups of flour more than I would normally add if it's a dry day. But today is moist or humid outside, so we're adding more flour than the recipe calls for. I'm now going to let it mix at 7 minutes, and we'll come back and see how it's formed into its ball. Okay, right now the dough is really soft to the touch. It's very, I don't know if you can see that. We're going to let this rest 10 minutes. And after we rest for the 10 minutes, we're going to put it in a grease bowl, cover it, and let it rest for an hour and let it rise. And after that, we'll be back. Okay, this is after 10 minutes of resting, and letting the dough, the glutens are working right now. So the dough has gotten, some work to it. So see how it's changed? We're going to form it into a ball, and we're going to put it in an oiled bowl. And we're going to cover the whole dough ball in oil and let it rest 1 hour. Okay, the dough is ready to go into a rise for about an hour. I would check it probably about 35 minutes in, even sooner. Kind of keep an eye on it to see how it's rising. Once it's doubled in size, we can go ahead and form it into the pizza dough balls and make our pizzas. A note also, you can at this point, you can skip this step Take your dough directly from the rest period of 10 minutes and make your pizza. It's just going to be a stickier dough. Also, a quick note, I put my dough in the microwave. I closed the door. I've got it covered with the plastic and then a towel to keep it warm. And then I let it rise here. So that's one way to rise your dough. Okay, this is the dough after about 45 minutes of rising. I'm getting ready to divide it and put it on my large pizza pans. And I'll come back in just a few minutes. Okay, I've got them on my pizza pan. You may find that the elasticity in these, however you say it, makes them so that they want to pull back when you're rolling them out. Just let them rest here a few minutes and let the gluten rest, and then roll them out and shape them to your pan. You can also, at this point, have your oven set for 475, and you could pre-cook these for approximately maybe 5 minutes. Just check them and let the dough start cooking. Or you can do it just from dough with all your toppings, depending on how you want to do it. Either way works. I like to just put everything on and put it in the oven and bake it. So we'll come back when I get these shaped out to the pan. Okay, everyone, this is where I'm at. I've got 2 large pizzas, and I've already put the sauce on them. I don't know if you ever remember the restaurant that said, take it to the edge. Well, I learned to do that, and I really like it that way. I don't leave a crust. You can do it either way. You can have a crust. You can stuff the crust. It's up to you, but this is how I do my pizzas. I'm going to make one pizza ham and pineapple. I know there's debate on that, but I love ham pineapple. And the other one's going to be a supreme pizza. I'm going to get these together and I'll be back. Okay, this is right out of the oven. I gave them about 7 minutes to rest to cool. Now the supreme pizza, it's not burned on the bottom. Around the edges it browned deeply. But underneath the crust is still just a golden brown. And this is what it looks like. I'll give it a taste test and tell you how it turned out. The crust is amazing. It's an amazing pizza. I hope you give it a try. It's a great pizza movie night pizza for the family. I served this to my children growing up. It's a well-tested and loved recipe within for my family. So I hope you really enjoy it. Have a God bless day. Thank you for watching.